Okay, before I get started, I'm gonna play this video for you. This is an ad that they spent $10 million on. When I say 10 million, this is actually a party. Or I would say, what do you call them? A constituency, a group within the Democratic Party. You know the right word. Just put it in the comments. Correct me. Group in the Democratic Party that they're attempting to actually reach white males. And this is the article that this is the ad that they spent $10 million not just to make, but to also put out there and market. Tell me what you think.
Hey, white dudes. So I think we're all pretty sick of hearing how much we suck. Every time you go online, it's the same story. We're the problem. And yeah, some white dudes are. Trump and all his MAGA buddies are out there making it worse. So I've been doing my own research and decided to check out Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And before you jump down my throat, they're actually talking to guys like us. No lectures, no BS. Just real solutions that protect our freedoms and help us take care of the people who matter. End of the day, you're your own man. It's your call.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back into the rest of this video so you can actually see more of this ad and actually see who actually made this ad. And you tell me afterwards, what's your thoughts on this ad? Because in order to win this election, you're going to win it by inches right now, just like you're playing football. You need every single vote. So they're spending $10 million to reach white dudes who they ostracized, who they kicked out during the Me Too movement. So now when I look at the DNC, I'm wondering if they realize how much a mistake they made. But hey, either way, check this out. This guy created it.
Joining us now to discuss is co-founder of White Dudes for Harris, Ross Morales Roqueto. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, what made you start this group, White Dudes for Harris? And I suspect some of it has to do with the polling.
Yeah, for far too long, the left has essentially ceded white men to the MAGA right. And a thing that we know is that most men, especially most white men, aren't actually MAGA supporters. And so we decided.
I don't know if that statistic is right. Somebody fact check this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go and look. I do know that they're suffering because they miss white males in the party. Like, you need those votes. You just can't just have women. You got to have white males in the party. White males next to, I think, white females probably make up the next largest demographic in the city, in the country. I'm not 100% sure, but
that we wanted to create space for white men to be a part of electing Vice President Harris.
So, there have been many of these Zooms where it's like cat ladies for Harris and different groups. That's how people have been getting together. But now you're spending $10 million on ads. How'd you do it?
We launched the ad last week. We are hoping to get them up on the air in the next couple of weeks. And to be honest, just good old-fashioned organizing. We're out there making sure that we have conversations with white men across the battleground states, making sure that they understand that Vice President Harris and Governor Walz are really the only choice for them, especially when it comes to their pocketbook issues, when it comes to supporting your family, when it comes to your health care, when it comes to your freedom. There's really only one choice in this election.
What are you hearing, as these phone calls are being made?
I don't know if that's true.
What are you hearing from people? And are you hearing pushback? Are you hearing people say, well, I'm not sure, we're dealing with, she was in the administration and we have these high prices and she's been there for 3+ years.
I think what we could learn from this putting 10 million into an ad in order to bring white guys back into the fold is that we see in politics, man, it's so divisive. You're demonizing white guys. 2008 Me Too movement. Yeah, there were some bad characters, but it caused you to lose your base, which is a large base, white males, in the Democratic Party. And I can clearly see how this guy tries to say Trump, they're not happy with Trump, but I can clearly see when I've watched Trump rallies, when I've seen Trump events, I see a heck of a lot of white guys. Okay. So then I'm looking at it, I'm like wondering, $10 million to bring them back. This is what you get.
+ years.
We're hearing from a lot of people that they're really excited about the sea change that we have that she honestly represents. We're hearing that people are really concerned about, as I said, their pocketbook issues. We're also hearing that people are sick of Donald Trump's antics, and they're sick of, turning on television and seeing people scream about, how horrible things are right now. And people want a different kind of politics. And I think that's what we're going to be able to get this election.
How do you think this ad might
So
change?
they want to push this ad, what, in Pennsylvania, uh, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, okay, if they can make it happen, because these are battleground states, right?
The minds do you think it could change the minds of some Trump supporters? Are you going after
Never.
folks who are on the fence or who are moderates that feel like they might be able to jump over?
Yeah, we're going after folks who don't identify as being a part of the MAGA right, but aren't necessarily sure who they want to vote for this election cycle. So folks who are undecided, folks in the middle.
So that middle vote, which I clearly see that middle vote is what's going to determine who wins this election. Now, what they're not saying is that the DNC suffered very bad. Like, they had some very bad setbacks because the Green Party, they've been on the heels of the DNC. You see a lot of males. There's a great interview I watched where you see some males actually discussing leaving the DNC to go to the Green Party. And we're not just talking about white males in that case. We're also talking about they're losing huge with the Islamic Muslim vote. So things like this is designed to kind of bring them back. I don't know.
It's really important that we create space in the Democratic Party for these folks because we just haven't in the past. And, I think the top of the ad really.
Now, one thing you said right there, which is true, I have my qualms with the RNC. That's true. I don't believe the RNC at a point made space for Black people or African Americans, minorities, to the extent that they should have until Trump. See, I see Trump waking up people like the Candace Owens, the Brandon Tatum. Some of those people, they woke up because Trump was running, and that brought them into politics, and they started paying attention to it. But Trump started to make room for Black people. Like, he actually, and it's crazy, I didn't see prior to him a lot of candidates actually going to places like New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, the heart of Atlanta. Now, you may say, oh, Trump is for Trump. I got it. But even if the other candidates were for themselves, they could have took some time to come down to Atlanta. They could have visited the hood in New York or one of those places. They didn't do it. Trump, the reason why so many people are so polarized by him, because you can clearly see in the past pictures where he used to take pictures with people that didn't look like him, and he supported them, endorsed them, money behind them. Yeah, he had his things in the past, but honestly, up until this time, I don't see anywhere in the RNC where there was a support for minorities as they are right now. So the face of the RNC is starting to change, and I can clearly see it through things like what Trump is doing, people that's coming on stage that don't look like him, people that he's calling on. Now, that remains to be seen. After the election, we need to see how he puts or places these people in his cabinet or around him to give him advice to actually build the community. I'm always looking to see, okay? Honestly, I am. But I can see right now the DNC is scared. They are afraid of losing this election by these small margins, these small marginal votes, like these swing states, these places where these battleground states where white males can actually put them over the top. So somebody over there, you can call them whatever you want. They actually took the time and they see where they're losing at. And I can clearly tell you, I know for a fact, I can see that it is the white male vote, okay? Because you're spending $10 million to get it right now, okay?
That really talks to it pretty directly, which is, there's large parts of the left who have gone out of their way to alienate white men over the last couple of years. And that's understandable in many ways. And also, if we're going to
I don't see how that's understandable, but you explain it to me.
win, and if we're going to move this country in the direction that we really want to see it in, we have to be a Big Ten coalition.
And that's the fact. They do have to be a Big Ten coalition. They do have to get in there. They do have to win those votes. They have to change some of the things that they've been doing in order to bring in the people that are right there in the middle and some of those people that jump ship over to Trump's side. But as a black male, I voted Democrat prior to Trump. I'm voting Republican again for Trump. More conservative in my views, but still Republican because he meets everything I'm looking for right now. This is my take on this. This is my reaction to the video. If you're a white male, go ahead and tell me what you think about this ad. Like, subscribe, follow for more content. We're going to dig down deeper into some of these issues and discuss them. Right now, we probably got about 35, 34 days, I think, until the election, whatever it may be. Don't be nasty. Don't be rude. I will take you out of that chat, for real. But I'm definitely open to hear what your opinion is concerning this, because this is a $10 million ad, and it could have been that $10 million could have been spent in multiple different ways, but it was spent to bring white males into the Democratic Party. Now, do you think Trump needs to spend some money? Do you think somebody on that side needs to spend some money targeting African Americans? If there are some ads that already target African Americans, please put that in the comment section. I love to click that link and check it out, okay, if you can. If not, you're definitely welcome to message me, let me know, and I'll definitely take a look at it. But at this point in time, right now, $10 million, and I'm going to end with this. My thoughts on this ad, it's a beta ad. It's not going to attract the type of men that they need inside the DNC. It's going to attract men, but the type of men it's going to attract needs to be seen, because not all men are great. Not all men are leaders. Not all men stand out and push an agenda forward that needs to be pushed. And that's a fact, regardless of whatever you think. Yes, there are women that are in the DNC, and I believe women are great in leaders. There's some women that are really great in leadership. But for right now, to win that vote, they need the white male. They need that white male vote. More importantly, they need to establish leadership in the DNC that you could still see white males that are alpha males leading or in positions of leadership in the DNC. That's my thoughts on it. You can have yours. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day.